What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raise.
As we all know, Riverdale is one of the most popular TV shows on Netflix. It is an American teen drama based on the characters of Archie Comics. Interestingly enough, the series was adapted for the CW by Archie Comics' Chief Creative Officer Roberto Aguirre-Sacasa and is produced by the giant Warner Brothers. For those who aren't familiar with the cast, it features KJ Apa in the role of Archie Andrews, Lili Reinhart as Betty Cooper, Camila Mendes as Veronica Lodge, and Cole Sprouse as Jughead Jones, also known as the series narrator. So, if you'd like to see what the cast is like behind the camera, here are some Riverdale bloopers that are even better than the show. The I Have a Theory. Starting off, we have the classic I Have a Theory line that went on through the whole series as an eye-opener for the upcoming turn of events. As the gang are discussing some plans while at Pops, Jughead dramatically shouts,
I have a theory.
To which Sprouse automatically says,
What's the theory?
Messing up lines is a common thing when shooting any scene in the movie, and Cole's attempt to play it off and just go along with it is really funny, especially when he realizes his mistake, causing everyone to start laughing. His silly smile is what makes the joke that much sweeter. Whether it was intentional or just a dumbstruck mistake, this line has us in stitches. KJ Apa's bad goofing off. Next, we have one of the stars in the show, and of course, it's KJ Apa goofing off during one of the many cafeteria scenes in Riverdale. Apa, who plays Archie, goes in, grabs Casey's hand, and holds it as if he were his bae. While the cast try extremely hard not to burst into laughter, when one of the crew members tells him that he has a line, he immediately comes back with,
Go on.
and the cast loses it. But all in all, between the yells and KJ's New Zealand accent, everyone starts giggling. At one moment, Lili Reinhart and Camila Mendes even try to tell him the line. And even after all of this, he still doesn't remember it. I mean, come on, dude. It's not that hard. Focus. Who invited the horse? We all know the deal. There's a party at Archie's home and this one particular scene that made everyone laugh. Interestingly enough, this is an episode that actually aired with the cast laughing. With the party at full blast and all the things happening at the same time, a man with a horse mask walks in the chute. Kevin, Veronica, and Joaquin all look utterly confused and almost disgusted for a moment. Although the cast can barely hold it in, the whole thing spirals out of control when Kevin asks,
Is that a horse mask?
So, whether it was Kevin's face or his one-liner that set it off, it doesn't really matter. People just couldn't stop laughing in the background. Between the awkward silence and Kevin's genuine shocked look, it's a wonder how Joachim managed to keep a straight face. Fred scares Hermione. This other one is when Hermione finds a snake delivered by the Southside Serpents. These guys are one of the gangs in the series defending their territory in Riverdale. Fred goes to Hermione to deal with the threat. While they're shooting a scene at Pops afterwards, while the two are talking, Fred starts shouting and screaming as he slips a prop snake onto the set, kind of recreating the gang scene. When Hermione sees the snake coming out of his pocket, she starts screaming and looks for a place to hide. And you'd think he would go and try to console her, but no, he just starts laughing like crazy. Nana Rose's phone call. Even old actors have been known to pull a doozy every now and then. This scene features Nana Rose, who's finally left alone by the Blossoms and immediately tries to call Toni to warn her about Cheryl and her twisted plans. This shows us how far family members are willing to go, just so they can help their loved ones in the time of need. The whole scene is grueling and painful to watch, and as we said earlier, she wants to help Toni. But she struggles to even get up from the wheelchair and dial the phone. So, what does Nana Rose do in a time like this? She picks up the phone and says,
I'd like to order Eggs Benedict, please.
The scene is tense. The woman plays a character who can barely walk and then picks up the phone and calls freaking room service. Needless to say, the entire cast and crew burst into laughter and Nana Rose made everyone smile again. Camila Mendes's scarf cracks Madelaine Petsch up. During a night scene in a carriage, Veronica and Cheryl plot to work together despite their differences and shared animosity. when all of a sudden, Camila's scarf falls on her head, covering all of her face, losing the feeling of intense bond they were feeling. Camila continues with the scene as if nothing happened, and showed that she can be professional. She then realized what just happened, breaks out of character, and started laughing. Madelaine, on the other hand, tries to ignore it and keep a straight face, but she can't, seeing how Camila is trying so hard to keep herself from laughing. All of Cheryl's theatrical dialogues that are happening throughout the series sounds hilarious as Petsch tries to power through the moment. With both actresses trying to keep it in and remain professional, it makes all of the bloopers that much funnier. Lili Reinhart keeps Casey Cott in check. Casey being Casey, he makes every scene that much difficult to shoot. His uncontrollable laughter is addictive, and when Lili has finally had enough of it, she leans forward, turns her head to Casey and says,
"Calm down."
The serious look on her face makes Cott laugh that much harder, and the whole cast follows suit. The smug look on Lili's face makes the scene so hilarious that Camila Mendes almost spat her coffee trying to contain herself. This is one of those moments the cast will never forget, partly due to the context of the scene they're in, partly to how Lili plays it all out. All the try-agains and flubs. Despite the great cast and experienced actors involved in this whole project, they still make mistakes, don't we all? Especially when we are under a lot of pressure to do something perfectly. The crazy dialogues on Riverdale involve so many unnatural turn of events that around 100 things are happening in a very short period of time. All of this causes a lot of retake, which make the whole cast lose focus and just start goofing around. The old actors get comically frustrated with themselves, while Lili Reinhart smirks it out before asking to try again. However, the actors seem painfully aware of their errors on the shooting and ask to reshoot the scene, even before the director does. Madelaine Petsch curses out her co-stars and occasionally uses gibberish to help herself recover. There is one scene that is particularly interesting. When Mädchen Amick, that plays the role of Alice Cooper, goes out of the bedroom, walks backwards, and starts saying her lines backward. If that wasn't enough to make you laugh, then watching the serious Principal Weatherby lose his cool definitely will. When Cole Sprouse can't blow out candles. A scene from Jughead's birthday starts off with Betty coming into the room, bringing cake and singing happy birthday to him. She then calls him to blow out the candles and make a wish. All of that while facing the camera. Cole tries desperately to do so, but he can never manage to blow them all out in one go. When the cast heard a sigh from the tired cameraman, more people started giggling in the background. Cole is so upset with himself that he looks in the camera and puts on a cartoonish frown in response. And to top it off, Lili Reinhart starts comparing Cole's face to the "I am disappointed" meme.
Disappointed.
Every time KJ Apa trips. If you think you have seen and heard it all, just wait to see and hear this. While many cast members mess up their lines, KJ Apa can barely walk around set without falling. Apa tumbles upstairs and even trips getting off his seat. One particular chair scene comes to mind. You know, the one where KJ lunges backward on his chair, trying to capture the moment of the song and clumsily falls on his face? Yep, that's the one. But it's not just Apa who does this. There are many cast members that do the exact same thing. So here are some hilarious moments when other crew members tripped and fell in the middle of the scene. One of these is when Lili and Amick slipped on the floor during the kitchen fight. To which Amick says, "See, another one down." But seeing KJ fall is so common that the cast is surprised if he walks through the door without hitting his dumb face. That's our list, guys. Hey, what bloopers did you find the funniest? You can tell us in the comment section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.